Hello there, it's me again. That's Dean in Dean's Space. It's so nice of you to be with me this morning. Well, here's a picture of Alex from 2021. Ain't he cute? Well, it just gets better. See, here he comes. He's coming in right now. Whoop, 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 whoop. There he is. There's Alex. Hey, Alex, what are we going to do this morning?
Cook pancakes.
What kind of pancakes?
Pappy's pancakes.
Oh, are they special pancakes?
Yes.
They are. Are they good pancakes?
Yes.
You love my banana pancakes, don't you?
No.
Well, just be that way. Okay, tell you, everybody out there, okay, do this right quick so they'll know I'm supposed to do this. Yes. Yeah, now that's what y'all supposed, put it back up there. That's what y'all are supposed to give me at the end of this video of making pancakes. I need a thumbs up. I also need you to take a minute and subscribe to my channel. It's Dean's Space. Okay? So when you go in there, you can put your thumb down now. Nobody wants to see your thumb anymore. They would like to see your two teeth, but you don't have any. Oh well, you'll be back. Anyway, he's also wearing a new jacket, a new coat that we bought him last night. He's enjoying that. He slept in that thing. But he's fun to be around. I love my buddy. So anyway, I'm gonna quit all this rambling. We're fixing to get on and start making pancakes, okay? Okay, tell him bye. Wave bye. There you go. Good man. Okay, as you can see, I've got measuring cups. I've got a tablespoon of sugar, tablespoon of brown sugar. Got my pan to spray my pan with. I got my vanilla flavoring. Got Martha White all-purpose flour, Clabber Girl baking powder. Got my milk. Got butter here. And I got my mixing bowl and a whisk. Right there. All right. Now we're going to move on. Before I get started, go across what we're using here. As you'll see, I've got a 4-burner stove, but I don't use that one. I use this unit right here. It's called a New Wave 2, which I think they've discontinued. But it's a precision inductive cooktop. That means it's magnetic. As you can see, here's all my ingredients. I showed them to you a while ago. And so, as you remember, I talked once before in my chicken and dumplings about my rolling pins. There's 2 of them. The other one's behind me. I do have 3 of them, but just none of them want to go with me that day. All right, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back to doing this again now. All right. Now, to make our homemade pancake, I don't have any Bisquick or Hungry Jack or any of that kind of stuff, so I make my own. And what I do is I start off with my flour, which we're going to use 1/3 cup. That's 1/3 cup of Martha White flour. And it's kind of level. We don't have to be exact, but we're going to be pretty close. Okay, we put in our 1/3 cup of flour. Now we're going to put in our 1 egg. Now, when you go to crack your egg, you always want to crack that egg over something besides what you're cooking. Because if you don't, you're going to end up, eventually you're going to end up with some eggshells in your stuff. So I check it, no eggshells. I can put that on in there. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is we're going to add our brown sugar. We're going to add our 1 tablespoon of white sugar. Okay, we're going to put in a tablespoon of baking soda. Now, we'll put in 1 tablespoon of baking soda. I'm sorry, baking powder, not baking soda. All right. Then I'm going to put in a tablespoon of vanilla. Now, this is vanilla extract from concentrate. We'll put that in there. All right. Now, the only thing we got left is our milk. And what we do on our milk, so we're going to start off with a 1/3 cup of milk. I'm sorry, we're going to start off with a 1/4 cup of milk. The reason I do that is it's always easier to add than it is to take out. So I start off with a 1/4 cup of milk. we'll see how that works. Then we're gonna whisk it together. Now the thing about it is when we get this right, it'll just be pourable without being super thick. I'm gonna show it to you here in a minute. Now what I'm making here is enough pancakes for a couple of us, okay? Just me and my grandson here. And so what I'm making is 6 to 8 pancakes. Okay, see how that running there? That's about right. We could actually thicken that up a little. But by the time I get my skillet hot and everything ready to go, this will be thicker, okay? It'll actually sit here and thicken up. See where it's at right now? All right, watch what I'm telling you. All right, now I'm fixing to go over here and I'm gonna turn my skillet on. I'll be right back. Okay, I showed you a while ago my cooktop. Now this is the skillet I'll be using. It's a flat iron skillet. Okay, I love cooking with cast iron. Of course, you probably already picked that up. I'm gonna use Palm or whatever kind of spray you want to use. I've also used butter. You can use just plain old butter if you want to. Butter tends to burn a little faster. Now I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna turn this thing on to 425 degrees. The reason I turn 425 degrees is that it heats my pan up really fast, okay? What I'm gonna do here, let's see if it's starting to thicken up. Yep, see it's starting to thicken up a little. I'm gonna take that whisk out and I'm gonna rest it on my Tabasco spoon rest. Anybody that knows me well enough knows I love Tabasco. In fact, one of these days I'm gonna have my Tabasco cook. Let's turn our light on so we can see a little better. All right. Now this is beginning to get hot, and you can tell because the shortening on it that I sprayed is beginning to get shiny. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna turn that down to 375, and I'm gonna start off with this 1/4 cup dipper. I'm gonna put 1, 2. Now, the reason I'm only doing 2 of them right now, because I want to get my skillet set to where I know it's right. Now, you see those 2 are touching. Well, normally I wouldn't have them touching. This morning, they're touching. Don't hurt nothing. It don't change the flavor. Now what I'm doing here though is I'm watching those pancakes. I'm gonna bring my camera over here. As you'll see, right around the edges of the pancake are starting to dry out. The bubbles are starting to come up. But as it starts to dry out around that edge, it starts getting real dry. That's when you want to flip them, because that's when they're going to be brown on the other side. Okay, as you can see, they're starting to dry out pretty good. I'm gonna flip these. Yeah, see my skillet's getting just about right, but I'm turning them a little bit early. See how well puffed up they are. Okay, 375 is gonna be good. Now those are my 2 test pancakes, or pest 10 cakes, whichever one you want to call it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get me a plate to set my pancakes on. Okay, so I'm gonna take that one. See, they're both nice and brown. Okay, my pan is now ready. Okay, I can actually bump this down to 350. Now we're gonna start putting our pancakes in. I'm gonna use about half a scoop, because I'm gonna put 1 here. That's 2. And that's going to be number 3. All right. I'm going to let them cook. And I'm going to show you the next ones, which these are going to turn out nice and brown. Meanwhile, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put some butter on my pancakes. All right, see these back here, drying out along the edges, but they're not quite dry on this side. Now, on this particular cooker, I can move my skillet around and get hot in other spots. So see, I can spin around this way to get this over here hotter, so it'll cook that a little bit faster. Okay, this one back here is ready to turn. Okay, oh, I got that one a little bit dark. Part of that is the sugar. That sugar will actually brown on you pretty quick if you're not careful. So okay. Now, if I'd have made this a little bit thicker, they wouldn't be quite so runny, but I'm not going to go back in and add it. But you can add just about a tablespoon more of flour, and it would stiffen that mix up a little bit, so it wouldn't be quite as liquidy, which means it's going to set in a spot. It's going to be rounder pancakes. Okay, so I'm going to finish these pancakes back, and I'll be back to you in a little bit. Okay, I'm on my last pancake, and I thought I'd show it to you. As you can see, the top and the bottom are both very brown, nice and golden brown. That's what they ought to look like. Now there's a whole stack. They're actually made, with this recipe today, I actually made 9. So if I'd have put that extra tablespoon of flour in there, I'd have actually had 8. That'd been 4 for him and 4 for me. But as it is, I got 9. So now I'm gonna get my syrup. We're gonna go sit down and we're gonna eat our breakfast. Okay? So what we're gonna do now is we get our syrup. We'll sit down in our living room in front of television and watch cartoons and eat our pancakes. Glad you was here today. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy. God bless you. Enjoyed you being here. Thanks for coming by. Have a great week, a great day, and we'll see you next time. We out of here.